So please, applaud both Kevin and the trailer for the Star Wars Holiday Special.
It's nice to be here. Thank you for having me. Has anyone seen this special before? Yes. Yeah? A couple of you. It was lost for years. It was never officially released after the initial airing. I watched it last night for the first time in 7 blurry parts on YouTube. And it was terrible. It was real bad. I'll start with just telling you guys the weirdest Star Wars memory I have is how for a year when I was 9, my younger brother and I used to watch a movie from the original trilogy while in our bunk bed growing up. One night, my mom came into our room and popped out my VHS of Empire Strikes Back to make me, a 9-year-old in Alabama, watch the news coverage of Princess Diana's fatal car accident. When I asked why she did this, all she could say through tears was, "She was important. You'll remember this, and you'll thank me." As you guys saw at the beginning of that trailer, when that special aired, that hour-long special, it preempted Wonder Woman and the Incredible Hulk, which makes me think that there were like 2 execs just poring over their network schedule, where they're like, this thing is terrible, we can't let it ruin anything else, where do we put it? And then one of them just yelled, "Nerd Hour! We'll put it in Nerd Hour!" And then they played golf. As you heard in the trailer, the main mission of the special throughout it is Han Solo is trying to get Chewbacca back to his home planet of Kashyyyk to celebrate Life Day with his family. According to Wikipedia, Life Day was a Wookiee holiday celebrated by the inhabitants of Kashyyyk to celebrate the planet's diverse ecosystem and the many forms of life it encompassed. It later spread to other cultures. Which Life Day is so vague and wonderful. I think if my uncle lived on Tatooine, he would call that some all-inclusive, like, politically correct empire mumbo-jumbo. And he's shaking his hand at it. He thinks there's a war on... I don't even know what Tatooine Christmas is. But he's real sensitive about it. Yelling at the 2 suns. About the city people in Coruscant shoving their values down his throat. An important part of the also, this is interesting about Life Day. An important part of the celebration consisted in a spiritual passage. By chewing roots of the Orga plant, the Wookiees would journey in spirit form and join the essence of the Tree of Life. So, every 3 years, Wookiees do ayahuasca and trip with their families. That's what they're into. I would hate to do mushrooms with my family. We're like a repressed Southern family. Everything's fine. Why open that up? And especially, I would hate to trip on mushrooms if my parents were 8 feet tall and covered in hair. That would be especially terrifying. The special was released in 1978 between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, which is the only time it could have happened, because you can't release this between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. It's too dark. Way too dark. I'm pretty sure after Empire Strikes Back, you know that Luke had one of those sad winter breaks that college sophomores have, where you just go home and sleep for a month. Hey, Luke, what do you want for Life Day? Oh no, maybe a dumb glove from a dumb robot hand. Oh no. Okay. What's that? I don't want anything. I hate Life Day. My life sucks. Why do I have to celebrate Life Day? That is depressed Luke. As you saw in that trailer, in the special we get to meet Chewbacca's family on Kashyyyk. There's Malotobuk, his wife, Lumpa-Warump, his son, and Adichachuk, chief of the Kapalku tribe, his father. But in the trailer, they gave him all these like goofy Ellis Island names that take away all their power. Like, Malotobuk becomes Mala. That's kind of And then Adichachuk, he's the chief of the Kapaku tribe, and he becomes Itchy. And then the saddest of all, Lumpa-Warump, Chewbacca's very own son, is referred to as Lumpy. That can't be good. I have a hunch that Wookiees have body image issues. And that's why they wear their hair so long. So just call them Lumpies. That's cruel. It's not cool. I wore the same hoodie to work for a year, Lumpy. I get it, man. They're being hard on you. Let me see. My favorite thing about Star Wars is how, no matter how the human rebels split up through their adventures, R2 goes one way and Chewbacca goes the other. Because both groups of human characters will at some point need to bounce really unnatural exposition off of a character who can't speak English or has subtitles. And this special is mostly people interacting with Wookiees, so it's just covered in this technique. It's like George Lucas saw Lassie and said, what if a whole universe did that? I've written a short piece of dialogue to help me make this point, and I wanted to volunteer, but then I heard Noel's great, Chewbacca impression. So I would love it if you join me up here to help me out with this scene. Yeah, keep it going for me.
I got it. Yeah. wait. Yeah.
You see it? All right, and I'll be reading as Han Solo and the stage direction. So first off, Chewbacca enters and growls. What's that, Chewbacca? There was a speeder wreck down the road? You say it's that cantina barista we like. She looks like she's been there for 5 hours? You say she's wearing a hat. You say it's blue? You say you find it frustrating that though we've been friends for years and I should have a handle on how you speak, I insist on saying what you said to me back at you, and it eats up time that we could be saving the... Wait, who are we saving? Right, speeder girl, blue hat, 5 hours. Come on, Chewie, we gotta go! Chewbacca exits, and we never know what that last growl meant. All right, guys, thank you very much. My name is Kevin Saucier. Y'all are the last.